Ah, that's better. Oh, for a moment I thought my helmet was on backwards. Hi, I'm 𝓚𝖃. Welcome once again to the Dark Times server, along with 9 other people. Except there's only one other person on, and he's got 9 deaths. In fact, the others are starting to catch up with the number of deaths. KMA has had a couple of them during his live stream. A bunch of things happened. I've been not entirely and perfectly well. I've been coughing a bit, so I recorded a whole episode, not a whole episode, most of an episode, and I was coughing and I didn't sound good. And actually, now that I'm aware of having done that and thinking about it, I'm starting to feel like I need to cough again. We've done a bunch of things the last couple of days, not episodes. Only one day. Hey, the dog's facing that way. Hey, dog, how you doing? Pet's dog. Can't pet that sheep. It's very smooth, the wool, I have to say. Okay, we are here. We haven't changed too much. We've added some extra chests, but this is pretty much the end of our chests because we're going to set up downstairs pretty soon. Not quite, but we're on the verge of making the rooms available for that purpose. I want to show you something. I pretty much think I did this last time I recorded, but I was coughing afterwards. Invitation by Bilbo Baggins, or if you've seen Twin Peaks, I don't know if it's in the new one, but it's in the old one, Invitation to Love. Message to be delivered to 𝓚𝖃𝖊𝖃. Okay, fine. And that's the one I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to take that to 𝓚𝖃 off camera, probably. But I found another one. And this one is to 𝓚𝖃𝖊𝖃 Baggins. Now you might say, well, so what? But it's like, he didn't want the 𝓃𝖃𝖊 Bagginses to go there. That was awesome. So is somebody forging copies? Is someone forging copies of the invitation out to other people? I don't know. Now I've been, oh boy, been to Gondor, got some more rock. And I got a bunch of stuff going. Been chopping down trees. Most of the episode which I didn't preserve, I was basically setting a lot of the taller trees on fire. Mainly because, you know, just don't want to. There's a lot of trees here that have not been set on fire. There's a lot of trees here. These, I'd do that and I'd get some of these snowballs. I attach them to the pumpkins. I set up just outside of this border or whatever. I set up a snowman on one of the ice floes, and he was on there dutifully for a little while, and then he just vanished one day. It was horrible. It was horrible. He was never heard from again, and he didn't do anything. But there was no invasion here. There was no nothing here. We don't get invasions here. We don't get other players turning up because it's such a long way for them to have to journey to get here. Oh, and we don't need this. I use this as garbage, even though it's not actually garbage. I use it for it anyway. If I had garbage properly going, it would be something else. Okay, what else do we got? What else do we got? We're going to go and look around at some things. Okay, I've removed the other sets of stairs. Don't remember if I mentioned that in any episode that I've actually finished. And I left this one and I moved it slightly to the right so that it would have a proper edging on the left side. This, I thought this was going to be a great place to put some extra chests. We could have a chest here and you could put stuff in it and something would go out and so on. But nothing came of that. What I did was I had placed a chest here and it was going to have hoppers going out here. But then I decided just put the chest right above where I'm going to have the storage area. And we could just put stuff in it and get it back later. Not too big of a thing. This is a 3-high door. I decided this door was also going to be 3 high, so we'd have stairs going down to a lower level. But we don't have anything that we want to put on the lower level yet. Maybe eventually we'll have some apartments or something, or a barracks for a bunch of dwarves. We are going to hire dwarves, and we are going to take the dwarves here. And with this, you can hear the jumping around in there of horsies. Hi, horsies. There's always one jumping. This horse has some kind of bone problem with its strange bone structure. It's a strange horse. Well, the other horses have been ostracizing it, but they're good at the synchronized jumping, as you can see there. So, this room has to be worked out. I like the natural skylight. But I don't like that these horses are jumping all the time. Also, I inadvertently placed them according to speed. 2, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, no, that one's not it. Oh, this is according to jump strength. Which is funny because they all have jump strength. This ceiling has been finished. I originally had a chandelier kind of thing in the middle, but I decided, no, we'll do it like this. We'll put slabs in the middle like this. But then I got to that one and I realized I can't have that block be only a slab, because that's the one I land on for my waypoint, which fast travel waypoint, which I can't show you because I can't open up the map when I'm here. Something like that. All the other rooms, we don't need to have horses plow through them, people on horseback, and so I leave it like this. Oh, this is almost finished. And we have pipeweed! Not only do we have pipeweed, but eventually when this fills up and we have a lot of pipeweed, we have already gotten from Hobbiton the pipeweed cellar. And we've already bannered it up. We've also started to banner this area up. Oh, and we got this. This has worked. It always goes on to that location. We've only got 4 of them, but it's still plenty. This is going to be for crafting. I haven't used that yet. And this one is going to be for storage. And lo and behold, my iron axe is back. The end. This is where we have our cows and sheep now. The sheep get to have that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The problem is that where there are grass blocks, there will be rabbits, and rabbits can get over the fence. I've seen it. So, keep it closed. Also, I'm worried that the grass might actually poke through from there to here, but we're going to make this a proper floor eventually. I hope, if I get around to remembering that I have to do that. It took me a while to decide exactly how this top is going to be done, and I like the result. I also like the result of this, where we're making use of this, and we're making use of that. It all fits, it all looks great. My only problem is you can't jump, because 1, 2, 3. But when running, for some reason, you sometimes jump a little higher, and you could just bash up against things. I'm not too clear on that. This is nowhere near being cleared out. That's it for this part of it. Now we're going to go to the south. This hasn't been decided. None of the floor has been perfectly decided yet. I might change some of it out with 𝓚𝖚𝖋. The ceiling has been decided. Nice plain bricks. That sounds fine. This has been decided. No more torches on the side. It'll be the glowing bricks. We also have the slight problem. I have a problem with these things being here, but I don't know where I should put them. So I'm still deciding on that. I've also... And that's part of why I do this. I do this because I want to get going on this. I like the idea of this corridor being a bit wider and these columns being outside like that. Which is why I have it out like that. I haven't decided on a lot of things. That's why I'm working on only one tower at a time. And it's why I wanted to take things a little slower. So that I could have the time to really get this to do what I wanted to. Now, previously I said that the tops ought not to have the pillars, but I decided the pillars should be around the lip of the stairs. Also, I have this thing duplicating what went on over there at the other in the center. I've now decided we've got this like this and we got these like this. This kind of makes sense to me, but it's not perfect. It's just good. Again, I don't have the roof yet because I haven't worked out any designs for it. A nice pier, and this is our main launching point because the other one is landlocked over there, and so this would make a fine launching point. But there's something else you might want to see, because I had to move, because I've got the banners put in places so that there's one in the center. All the banners protection goes way out here. Oh wait, I almost pressed F3. Not gonna press F3 if I can help it. But it basically goes out to here. And so down here, I put glass here so that you could go in there and you can look around from inside there, and you can sneakily notice if anything's approaching. There's some reeds over there. That's terrible. Other than the top of this this isn't the big important thing. What we've got to finalize the design on is the walls of the base that are going to go diagonally out from there and out from there. And so we're going to work on one of them next, whichever one we can decide on what we're going to work on next. Look at all these trees. I was under the impression that I burned most of them down and they're all up. There's like a few detritus blocks and stuff. But I thought I chopped down all these trees. Maybe it's not. Maybe the map isn't saving properly or something. I know I went down here. I left that willow tree. That should be the only tree left in that area. But there's remnants of other stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to chop down trees like Saruman. My purpose is not to be Saruman. I'm preserving the trees, but the problem is I have to chop down as many trees as I can so I don't have to bother with that stuff later on. I've got like 16 or 17 stacks of logs. That's the idea of wooden logs. Have I got anything here? Oh, I was going to leave some stuff here so that I could work on this some more. But I realized I don't want to work on this some more. I want to work on the corridor some more. Okay, I looked at the map, and 𝓚𝖏𝖗 is in Rivendell right now. He's not in Rivendell the area. He's not in Rivendell the build or Rivendell the map location, but he's in Rivendell the biome. So he's clearing that out, I presume. Don't know for sure. Oh, I got all this ore and coal I gathered en route. Basically, there's been a lot of changes made lately. Every once in a while, we're hearing about some guys have done something with mithril. There's a lot of mithril going on, and people with entire suits. But most of the videos, I don't see that, really. 𝓚𝖏𝖗, I think, had some mithril. I'm not clear on that. But the truth of the matter is there's really not much mithril early game, even if you do get some, because the truth of the matter is mithril armor is liable to wear out after a while. It just does. So what you really want to stock up on is to get used to playing the game without mithril. Use the iron armor and such like. That way you have a better chance. Now I think I'm going to carry back... What am I going to carry back? I should carry back sand. But I forgot how much sand I actually need. It's one of those weird things. I really don't have anything to do except work on my base, which is kind of annoying because I wanted to do a camera of me looking around somewhere. Let's see if there's somewhere we can go that we haven't been. And it's the same reason that we've been here. We haven't actually built anything here for a tower. We are still too far from working on it because I haven't come up with any really good designs. It takes a few episodes before I come up with something really memorable. I just have this idea that it's going to be vaguely octagonal, and there's a stairs there and a chest there, which will probably have a wall in front of it. Let's work on some preliminary designs for that while we're working on where to put everything. And I gotta take this. I might as well do some chores today while I'm at everything else. Why not? How's the ore doing? So as you can see, there's 𝓚𝖏𝖗 in Rivendell. Obviously. Now I went to 𝓚𝖏𝖗's base, and it's right here in the angle. For those who don't know, I'm not going to point to the exact location, but yeah, it's in that area. It's not too hard to find. I was really surprised. I was surprised to find it, actually. Haven't been to Mike's base in a while, but did he say he was going to leave it behind and just move everything to a house area? I haven't looked at any of that stuff yet. I need to get back there and look at that stuff. I went to Dal Guldur, which this is a special Dal Guldur location, which another one of our members has been to, and is doing quite well, thank you. Shadow's Emissary, that's the name. I remembered. He's only had 2 episodes, so so you see where that's going. 𝕚𝖃 is a nice place, but I wouldn't want to go there because it's really dangerous, and there's lots of other places and stuff. I haven't actually been to his base. He's built his base since I went there, but that's the location where I think I'm somewhat reasonably safe. Now I wanted to go through, where is it? Where is it? Rohan. These Rohan locations are for, I have completely forgotten, but I was going to go to the Wold Hall, but I didn't. Where else can I go? There's a lot of places to go. I've been thinking of maybe taking another sea voyage to see if the island is still there. The island that I used to have on another map, but the other map I don't know what that seed was, so it might not be the same seed. Yikes. And of course there's the are you going to go visit the 𝓚 because you've gone through here, but it stops there. You haven't gotten to the crossings of Poros. I would like to go down there, but usually we set up a live stream to go there, and then we go there and then we take long journeys, and we'll probably be doing that again this season, but I don't know who's going to do live stream, and I just hope that somebody sets it up and I get advance notice. I need advance notice. Also, I wanted to visit these islands because I've only been to this island way back in season 2. And now we're at the end of, at the beginning of season 4. But I want to stay away from the east, the East Mountains, Red Mountains, because they're going to change all that. They're going to add red dwarfs, apparently. Isn't it a TV show? Don't know. So what I'm planning on doing, let's see, can we go to Dane's Halls? The Grey Mountains, that might be dwarf based. Dane is in fact one, so we'll probably be going there. Okay, we've got ourselves a mission that we can actually undertake. And as you can see here, there's a pipeweed location, is right here, this is it. And there's Waymeet, which is, it's not really much of a thing over at Waymeet. Will you guys stop jumping? They're like dogs when they're happy to see you. Okay, oh, we can turn the map on now. Hooray! Free chest. Book in the free chest. All the extra copies of things that I have. Dead rabbits. My favorite guys from the Gangs of New York. The movie, that is. The actual Gangs of New York, I had a different favorite. But you can't have favorites from the 19th century. You know, I really don't want that tree there either, because there's no point in it being there. It's too close to the road. Unless somebody can tell me that there's a storyline reason as to why there should be a tree right there, I'm not going to have any part of it. Alright, ready to go. A plum tree? Aspen wood? Somebody putting these here? There's the factory. Such dreams as my predecessor had. That was 𝓚 the Black. 𝓚 the Black was not a very good magician. He wasn't a very good anything, really. We still have one hobbit there. Hi. And that's it. All the other ones have gotten away. This is nice. I'm surprised nobody decided to build here and, well, not build here. This is already built. I mean, nobody decided to use this. The magic is gone out from the world. And Azog has now joined. Helosis. No, wait. Halitosis. Yes, I'm not going to be killing any more hobbits because the magic was not right. Oh, we've dropped off the book, so let's go to our next destination, which we were heading towards. Framsburg. Framsburg. Dinsdale. Framsburg. There's some blue over here. That means items. What are these items? Oh, it's just clover and stuff. He got started on the bar. Now we can have lawyers. Don't see any horses. What I'm upset about is that the nice, lovely little... Oh, there's orcs nearby. The nice, lovely little mini-map that I've switched to, which isn't perfect. And I can't transfer my old map data to the new one. Unfortunately, it does not show images of things, so if we have a particular mod... Oh yes, you notice that the text is now going all the way to the right side. That's because it wasn't all displaying. I had to increase the amount of the space to go to all the way to the right side, which I have now done. And so now it looks like that. Goes all the way to the right. That's fine. I don't care. Oh, he actually said something. I will have sheriffs patrolling the place, make sure that puke is paid for. Remember, always pay for your puke. Puke is a vital resource in this day and age. And why, oh why, am I taking clover with me? It's clovering time! A little faster, please. And I have all these extra great axes. Okay, so we're gonna search for horses. Or a horse, anyway. And I'm going to search for dwarf stuff. Dwarf star material. The legendary dwarf star material that is only found in some planets. On some planets. Hey you, have some seeds. That bird noticed. The bird goes straight. I was going to say the bird made a beeline, but I think it's more like the bird probably made a bird line. Well, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? It's not there. The item must therefore be on top of the tree. Very Holmesian deduction. Yeah, most of what we're doing in this season is we're putting it off because we want to take it slowly at the start of the season. But yes, the truth is we are going to do most of these things. We'll be having a video eventually, series or stream or something where we go into the so-called Africa. That is to say, the Harrods. I think the Haradrim are, or whatever they're called now, are also going to be in the new update. Somebody suggested on the Dark Times Discord, somebody suggested that we have thirst and we have to carry water around with us. And I have one thing to say about the idea of needing water. It would make it more realistic, but I think you should realize one thing. It's one of the things that I absolutely detest about video games. Whenever they require you to do something. This game has so much going for it, and it does, yes, admittedly it does require you. It does require you to eat, but they're not too onerous about it, and you have plenty of time. You do have plenty of time to get the food, to make the food, whatever. Grow it, or plant it, or to slaughter creatures for it. But water is a different story. I'd have to carry around 2 buckets with me at all times, and I presume you can't drink from a bucket. So it would have to be me carry 2 buckets, make an infinite water source, then fill the water from the bucket, or from the infinite water source into the whatever the cup is. I mean, it could be done, but I don't have to go through all that. I would rather and prefer to just have the regular water. I mean, not requiring water. I mean, Minecraft, it was a decision made when they were making the game that water would not be required to be drank, but you did have a requirement to have food. If you start adding water requirements, it's going to break some other mod that does require it. So I'm dead set against the idea of water, and if they do require it... Why is this glowing blue? Where's the orcs? Is it orcs or is it just any kind of bad guy? Is he underground? There's no red dots. It is red dots, isn't it? Well, wait a minute. Y button. Entity radar. Hostile mobs red. Not as big a deal. That's rather anticlimactic. Most of his damage was taken from falling off that. Speaking of which, is this one of those things where they've got something inside it? Might as well look. Nope, don't look like it. But I need to go in here for a moment because I have to check the Discord for something. And now that I look at the map, I see that the map is not showing them as hostile mobs. Looks hostile to me, don't you think? Hey, the AI is not that bad. Phew, made it. So red, hostile mobs, they're not hostile. Or something like that. Bone cooling. Oh, it's just a bone chest plate with cooling on it. Okay, good. Oh, and I got another small pouch. Which means... Da, 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 da. It's all one now. Bunny. Whoa! So the hostile mobs don't all turn up as red dots, even though they're supposed to. So I probably have to find... There's probably a list somewhere. Oh, more orcs. I thought this was going to be a dwarf area. Or is this evil dwarfs or something? I don't know. Grey Mountains? Dunedain of the North? Gundabad? Durin's folk, perhaps? Why did I pass by that object? Object that, though not hostile... I gotta figure out a way to change it to the hostile mobs or the red ones. I guess the problem is you don't know if he's hostile because the game, the mod knows, but the map mod does not know. And the results can vary. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Well, that ruins everything. Game will never work properly. Go home, Sam. Well, I arrived just a little too late to get that horse that collapsed inside the tree. And didn't drop anything, interestingly. Okay, what do we got for speed? 22, it's a bit low. Nice jump strength. 16. 51. Maybe this is pretty good. I don't remember. You want to try it? Going on horse. Yeah, you realize, how would you like to join our organization? If you join our organization, benefits get to include that you get to partake in battles, world travel. You'll have to spend time away from your friends, though. But you'll make new friends. There will be all kinds of new horses that you get to hang out with. Some of them are fast. Some of them are tall. Some of them will jump like the craziness. The other thing is you don't... There isn't a very good dental plan. I'm sorry about that. You can blame Horse Trump. Well. There we go. Off we go into the somewhere. Say bye-bye to the other horsies. And you guys just lost another family member a minute ago, and I'm sorry about that. Bye-bye. Now the next phase begins of our adventure. Actually, I'm nowhere near the next phase. I haven't even started on the above ground center tower or the walls or anything. I gotta work on that off. The reason is I want to work on the corridor because I have the design for that finalized, and I'd like to do the underground corridors first. It's that simple. Meanwhile, I can tweak a few ideas. I get to do this while I'm watching other videos, you see. Now, I can't record while I'm watching other videos, which is partly the point. And we're going to arrive at our destination, the Grey Mountains, shortly. How shortly? It might take a while. We go to the foothills first. This horse isn't extremely fast, but it's pretty good. Good jump. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a lot that you can learn by playing the Lord of the Rings mod. If you've played Minecraft, this is a whole new experience. It's a completely new and different game. There are slabs of things that people have asked for slabs for years and never been given, and they're just added rather carelessly to the game. It's like, oh, by the way, we also have slabs. Lots of trees. Perhaps not as many trees as you might find in, say, biomes of plenty, but there are a lot of trees, and they're very good. They're better, mostly, than their biomes of plenty counterparts. Lots of extra rock and stone types found in different biomes, different areas of Middle-earth, and they are gorgeous and beautiful to add. This is a river. This is the end of a river. Yeah, where are we? That's not the end of a river. It just looks like one on the mini-map. I think this mini-map is a little bit, starting to get a sore throat here. I think the mini-map's a little bit too opaque. Let's see if we could fix that. Try that. That's a little better. Uh-oh. Good jumping. The Grey Mountains. I was always wondering about the, I was going to say the dwarves. I was always wondering about the wizards, the 5 wizards. Wib. Specifically, the 5 wizards are a bunch of guys. They've got a bunch of names, and they've got a bunch of colors. And I've always wondered why they have those colors. It's basically their... Is it something to do with their rank? Does it have something to do with a place that they chose a particular color because of a particular thing? This is new. Alright, gonna try to set this up. Haha! Alright, what have we got here? What do we have here? This looks like a very badly damaged area. And we don't have... Well, let me double check. Bag end here. Okay, I don't have any, but let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a great 7, isn't it? A 7 that looks like an 8. You think that goes down 24 blocks? No, it looks like more than that. Let's do it again. $48 blocks, but can we go down? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to just mine out from here. Suspense is killing me. And this looks like another one of those. So apparently this is the Grey Mountains version of the same thing, which can be found. So apparently the dwarves have allowed their mines to become semi-abandoned and possibly not working very well anymore. Or they were so unfruitful that they gave up like a spider in a place that's devoid of other insects. And I can understand that. But does this mean that the Grey Mountains don't have anything in them? Is there anything to be found in the Grey Mountains that would be... You know, what kind of tree is this? Maple? Maple. I don't remember if I have any maple. I think I might have maple. Oops, sorry. Sorry, horse. I'll just take one. Just take one maple tree. I'm one of those people who has to have every kind of tree. I need as many saplings as I could get. I'm not joking. I intend to go the full distance. And the horse is going the full distance as well. I guess I'm going off this way. That's not the horse. This yellow dot is the horse. There he is. How did I know? Because the others were like, they were either birds or bats or something. Nope, I'm sorry, Mr. Horse or Miss Horse. I wasn't looking. Why, if I wanted to look, I'd have to do the Minecraft thing and go to the Nether. I guess I'm here to see if there's any signs of life about the dwarves or what is hanging around this place. And once I am satisfied, that is one heck of a tree. Is it dark oak? Oh, it's spruce. Who makes a spruce wood that tall? That is bizarre. That's like the tallest tree I've ever seen them make that's just straight up like that. And I like when they're straight up. Here goes the land of having reached this place. Only I don't know why it goes up here like this. It's not really much of a pathway to take. Get up there already. Blah! Now, Indotorius has also left. It's living Azog. This is nice up here. At least from up here we should be able to see further. Except we've only got a short render distance of 8. I regularly do 16 on cubic chunks, but that's single player. Even on a server we could do 16, but that's not the point. I don't want my server to be so overtaxed that it crashes when 3 people are on. Not that it does. Oh, it's new chunks. It's new chunks because that's just setting up now. Which is good. It means if I'm the first one in this area, then I get the best share. I was going to say the lion's share of all the loot. These strange blobs on the screen, what are they? Or some kind of... Now 𝓚𝖒𝖗 is left. And I am the only one left alive. All the others are dead. Dead tired? Now you'd think that there will be... In the side of the mountain, you'll see a dwarven place. I don't know if that applies to the Grey Mountains, but I don't see anything you might normally see. You know, stop quitting and joining the game. If he's being kicked out, if Minecraft is kicking him out... Oh, what's that? What's that? It's the top of the horse. Top of the horse to you. The one problem with optifying horses... Yeah, I do not see any way... Wait, what was that? Oh, that's just tin. Oh, but wait a minute. No, that's not anything either. This is it. This is as far as we could go. It stops here. And we have found nothing and no one. Dane's halls are bleak indeed. If there are no buildings, no halls, nowhere to go. And more importantly, we shall seek, and hopefully we shall find something that could be of some use to us in these last few minutes of the episode. This is almost as bleak as when we go on an expedition to Autumno, and I take a number of really derpy troops to go with us, and they are of absolutely no use. This would be a great place to build a base, I have to say. Got these nice little corridor-like things set up, and then you could either build into the side of the walls of these mountains, or you could put towers in the middle of the clearing areas. Or you could put walls around the mountains and stuff like that. A 𝓚𝖏𝖃 orc archer! But there was a problem. The 𝓚𝖏𝖃 orc archer is not a dwarf. Which is a bad sign. Because we need something dwarven. Continuing to look. Wait, why do I have a dot? Oh, the dot is the horse. The yellow dot isn't me, it's the white dot is me, but I've turned off the white dot that is me, so that it's just the arrow. But there's a yellow dot because I'm on a horse. Really don't see anything here. Well, there's not much I can do here. Looks like it was a completely big waste of time. We have been let down by our fellow dwarves. That's really, really too bad. Map? No, that's the... Here's the map button. That's probably one of those not birch, but the whatchamacallit trees. Like those trees there. Yeah. Well, we'll look a little bit longer, and then we'll call it quits. This place looks identical to where we have just been. This is the waypoint for 𝓚𝖒𝖃's lair. 𝓚𝖒𝖃 is the name of a worm, apparently. Once the lair of 𝓚𝖒𝖃, a great long worm before he was slain by Fram of the 𝓚𝖒𝖃. Great. Just great. Well, I don't hold out much for my prospects, so I will spend a few minutes here, but we are pretty much done for this episode, for there is nothing left. And so from me, it's hi-ho, brand new horse! Away! Hopefully not down, down, and away.